So what is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. In this video, I want to share with you how our agency sold $463,000 of annual premium in the month of August, which was basically in 30 days. And I just want to share with you guys and document the journey of what it's been like going from an agent to an agency owner, and give you guys 7 lessons that has helped us have over a 300% growth in the last 12 months. So last month we sold $463,000 of AP. We made 477 sales, as you can see here. And then compared to the month of August of 2023, we only sold $107,000 of annual premium, and we only made 138 sales. And I'm gonna share with you guys kind of how it's been to have over a 300% growth rate. I didn't know how to recruit. I didn't know how to train. I didn't know how to onboard talent. I didn't know how to have better systems. And I just want to give you guys really the 7 core lessons that has helped me go from a boy who moved from Maryland across the United States to Arizona to build a life insurance agency about 20 some months ago, and been able to kind of piece this all together, fail, get knocked up. It's been hard, but give you guys the real and honest truth of what it's been like, and ultimately get close to almost cracking $500,000 in sales in 20 months total. So I just want to give you guys 7 lessons that I've learned as a life insurance agency owner going from an agent. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Peter Roberts, owner here at Legacy Family Life. What we do inside of our agency, you might say, you have an agency? Yeah, we do. We help life insurance agents make 6 figures with no lead costs and no chargebacks. So we give them all the tools and resources to hopefully help them provide better, more abundantly for their family so they can eat by serving other people. So let's jump into the 7 fun lessons that I learned. First lesson that has helped our growth rate, that has been crucial for us, is definitely onboarding and training talent. Okay, so to build an agency, to have $500,000 in sales almost, you have to have people that are making the sales. One of the biggest mistakes that I made early on is I thought everyone's going to come in, they're going to know exactly how to sell, they're going to figure this thing out, they're going to watch a few videos, and they're going to be ready to rock. But I didn't realize how important it was to have amazing training resources. So let me explain the training process that we've developed that has helped us onboard talent and help them get up to speed really, really fast so that they can make more money and ultimately we can increase our revenue per seat. Okay. First thing that I have to do is I take them through a sales course. So before they get started with us, I build out a really intense sales course that's going to teach them the underwriting, that's going to teach them how to, write apps, that's going to teach them the script, that's going to teach them how to, go through the intros, all the boring and fun stuff that they have to go through before they start to work with me. So they're kind of like getting all the kinks out, and then they work with me, and the amount of training that's required for new agents is more than I ever would have expected. So we meet for about 2 hours in the morning, they hit the phones, and then we do call reviews in the evenings. And I do this with a group of 4 to 6 agents every single month that I'm looking to build up and grow. So the biggest lesson that I learned, especially to get here, was you have to have your hand in the talent. You have to onboard them. You have to stick and be there by them. You got to help them. You got to hold their hand, because final expense sales is not easy, especially remote. And if your goal is to make people, successful, your job as a coach, to change life, is to coach them how to be successful. And that's really been one of the most important breakthroughs, is being able to raise up talent, people who've never sold life insurance or people who have sold life insurance before, and get them really, really proficient to become excellent at sales. The second core lesson that I really think helped get me here, Peter, is just being so focused on one product, removing all the distractions. It was hard. There has been some really tough moments in this business where, cash flow is not coming in, your bank account's like, oh my gosh, are we going to survive another month? Like, what are we going to do? And then you get hit with a DM. Hey, can you sell this product? Or can you build this school course? Can you, sell a course to the team? And, not the team, but for people. And that was always like scared, or sell leads. And all these like things kept on playing in my mind. But me and my business partner, we were like, hey man, we're going to be the best at final expense, and all these distractions are going to pull us away from our goals. And thankfully for him and just for us, we've only stayed focused. My whole life these past 20 plus months, and even from the last year, has been solely focused on final expense. I mean, my poor wife, man, I got married and didn't even have a honeymoon because I had to go to work the next day to make sure that I can build this business, to take care of people, to serve agents. So it's been the level of sacrifice and the level of grit and the level of just focus on making this mission accomplished has been like the biggest thing. And I think a lot of people come into life insurance. I'm going to go into IULs. I'm going to go into term. I'm going to go into final expense. I'm going to then sell a course, and then I'm going to go ahead and recruit people. And they get so distracted they never make any momentum. So for the past 12 months, 20 months, we're going to build an amazing final expense company. Everything else is irrelevant because we know that we can make this work. So why change what we know is working? Let's double down and let's be extremely focused. avoiding those red dresses. Our third core focus, that really, I guess, core lesson was focusing on what's called the core four. A year ago, we didn't know what this was, so this is probably why we didn't make as much revenue or didn't grow our company as fast, because these core four metrics are crucial, and this is all we focus on. So if you don't know what these are, please, Peter, continue to focus on these. First one is making sure that you have a high enough annual premium. You need to make sure that you make your clients worth more. A year ago, I would sell $20 policy, we'd sell $40 policy, but now we want to have an average premium between $900 to $1,000. Make sure that you're collecting enough upfront cash, because if you're not selling good premiums or you don't have a standard on how much your average premium needs to be, you'll never know how much money you're bringing in every single month, typically, to reinvest in the business. The second one out of the core four is making sure that you have a high enough closing ratio on your leads that you generate. We want to have anywhere from 10 to 15% off the lead sources that we use. So tracking what your closing rates are per agent has been crucial for us, because now we know, hey, if we generate this many leads with this closing rate, here's the expectations for what our revenue and goals are going to look like for this month. So having clear tracking, clear metrics about what your team is doing, and diving into the closing rates and annual premium is crucial. Our third out of the core four is having a good mix of business. This was never a thing that I knew a year ago, so what this means is you have to focus on making sure that you have a good simplified issue to guaranteed issue rate. If you're selling all guaranteed issue, you're not going to have enough cash on hand to redeploy or invest in the business, and you're going to be like, man, where's my money at? I'm selling all this business, but it's all guaranteed issue. Carriers don't pay out. There's a shorter advance period, and they don't typically have higher commission rates when you sell guaranteed issue business. So make sure you have an 80-20 mix there. And lastly is placement rate, by far the most important. If you sell $400,000 of premium, but none of it goes into effect, none of it places, you made $0. So making sure that your team is hanging around 75 at lowest to 85%, placement, meaning that 85% of their business actually goes in force, is crucial. And focusing on those core fours allows us to continue to be able to make sure that we're thriving, that we're growing, and getting enough money to reinvest in the growth of the business. Okay. Fourth core lesson that I really focused on too, that really changed a lot from a year ago to now, is making sure that we're diversifying our lead flow. This time last year, we probably only had one source, but we realized after going to a conference, actually at Alex Hormozzi's conference, they were talking about how they had all these different lead sources. They would have PPC, they'd have Google, they'd have TikTok, they'd have MySpace, all these crazy different social media platforms. They were like, cool, why aren't we doing that? We only have one lead source, and we're very volatile. The lead costs are going up. Like, we're scared. Like, we want to have all of our eggs in one basket. And being able to diversify, and this is really my skill of my business partner Micah, being able to he's an absolute wizard at having different leads. That has been crucial to the development of making sure that we're getting the best leads, continuing to generate high quality leads, being able to test and use multiple different platforms to get an abundant amount of leads for our sales team so that they can absolutely crush. But that was a huge change that gave us a lot of confidence, even as we go into this month as well. Our fifth core lesson that has really helped you get here, man, is optimizing the outbound system. I think a year ago we had a janky little go high level system. Go high level is cool, but we've been able to update that to make it as proficient as possible. And we wanted to just create the best outbound system where it's easy for our team to succeed. And maybe a year ago it wasn't. The team had to do manual work. They had to figure out when they're going to show up to their appointments. The speed to lead was low. So what has really helped us grow is making sure we have a great speed to lead, making sure that when leads come in, we can call them within the first 2 minutes is important, making sure that we have good calling cadences. If you're calling your leads, once in the morning, 3 times in the evening, and you have no actual patterns in your call cadences, how can you predict your success if you're not leaving voicemails like you're supposed to be? And ultimately just having the accountability, not so much now on me, but on our sales team to follow those cadences, the speed of lead, making sure they're showing up to their appointments and being there to make sure that they're working their system, the outbound system, as best as they can and as efficient as they can, has been crucial. Having that accountability for your sales team has allowed us to know, hey, here's how much activity is going to be put in. Here's how much that you have to, go hard at every single day to create consistent numbers and consistent sales. So maximizing our outbound system to create as best we can, better, drip messages, better speed to lead, better ability to, have even, objection handling sheets on the screen so our team can have those. Building and creating the best system for our sales team to win has been crucial for growing our revenue. Now, the sixth, really important factor, I think, getting here was this: building an incredible team. I think this is really something I didn't know originally starting is like how to build an incredible team, a team that actually aligns well with who you are, a team that aligns well with your core values and your mission. Hiring the right people is important. I've never been a person that just hires anyone. And I think having the strict guidelines of who we hire has been super incredible to see, like the amount of lift that the culture, amount of lift that can come by hiring the right next person. And having someone who has the grit, someone who has the work ethic, someone who has the love for clients, we will take that every single day for someone who's motivated, who's been a sales rock star, who wants to make all this money, who doesn't care about people. And I think that's where, hopefully, I think maybe this is my opinion, people get it wrong in the insurance industry. They just want bodies and seats. We want the right people that we can serve, help, and help them serve other people. Has been crucial for what we're building. So I'm just really proud of our team. I'm really proud of our customer service team who serves people. I'm really proud of our talent team who finds the right talent. I'm really proud of our sales managers who all have the core love and care for others. So as we build and grow our talent, I think it's important to always find people who align well with your missions and who have that heart, who we can train and build up. So I think that is so important. Our culture of hardworking people, they know what to do when you're not there. I can close my laptop, I can leave the Zoom, and our team will fight for each other. They will go all in. They will help each other because that's who we are at Legacy Family Life. And when you have a core group of killers, of badasses who love people and want to fight, this is possible. This is how we can build so fast because we have an incredible group of people who I love, who pour into our organization to make this thing better, to go upon our mission, to fight for Legacy Family Life, that allow us to grow and build up other people. So it's not me that did this. It's the team that we've inspired, that we've motivated, that we've held accountable, that has allowed us to have these results. The last thing I want to share with you guys is that I think the last core lesson of getting here from almost doing $500,000 doesn't even feel real to me. Like there was a month when we did like $30,000 of premium. We had our first agent that it was just crazy. And I think the last thing that helped me get here is just the lonely phase and being okay with like the loneliness of building a business. Like if you had to tell, like personally, like I don't have friends. Like this is me being real with you. I have one friend, it's my business partner. Like I never had time to like make friends. I don't like do much. I literally live in this office, which is a 1-bedroom apartment. I live below my means and I'm just so focused on this business. And it's been really hard. Thankfully, my wife has been there to help me. But just in regards to like the loneliness of building a business, I don't think people understand it. Wake up. My routine has been wake up 4:30, go, work from 4:30 to 5:30, maybe even 6, go to the gym, eat dinner, go home, lay down, spend time with my wife about an hour, and repeat that for 6 days out of the 7 days of the week. And this has been lonely. I think it's what's required. And I don't think a lot of people talk about this. It's not sexy, it's not fun, but I'm willing to put this in for the next 2-3 years to get us to 5 million, to get to 10 million a month. But I just want to document the journey. Like you live in this little apartment here, and I think one day, Peter, you're gonna make it out of here and be like, man, this was the best time. This was the best time for you when you sacrificed it, when you didn't know what the future was. You didn't have all the answers, and you still just figured it out. And I think by having that advantage, there's been really tough times in this business where I didn't know what to do, and we were like, oh crap, what do we do? But we're like, hey man, we have the work ethic, we have the time to go all in. We don't have distractions pulling us away. That's what's helped us build this business. It has not been easy. So I love you guys. I'm proud of you, Peter, kind of for what you've built so far. But this is just the beginning. I think this is a pivotal point in my business right here. This has been the hardest point is to get here, but I'm really confident in the systems, what I've learned in the training, what I've learned in developing people, what I've learned about managing others, what I've learned about our lead systems, our system in general, and ultimately I'm very, very clear. Like this is going to be a point when I look back at this video and be like, dude, this is when you blew up. We're going for 500,000, over 550,000 this month, but I know in the next few months we're gonna be at 1 million. And mark the words. I'm just documenting my journey. I'm over humbly confident, but I'm really proud of what we've done, and I'm proud of what we've accomplished and all the sacrifices that we've made. Love you guys.